Section 38 of Counsels and Maxims really just consists of 4 quick aphorisms. Here are the first 2. Schopenhauer writes, "Never combat any man's opinion, for though you reached the age of Methuselah, you would never have done setting him right upon all the absurd things that he believes." It is also well to avoid correcting people's mistakes in conversation, however good your intentions may be, for it is easy to offend people, and difficult, if not impossible, to mend them. So these first 2 aphorisms, as I'm calling them, are about correcting people. Don't attempt to correct people's opinions. It is the very definition of an impossible task. It is like trying to empty the ocean with a spoon. You will never succeed. Good advice, perhaps, for us in the age of the internet. And even in face-to-face conversation, where you might think that greater friendship and intimacy gives you a chance to improve somebody's opinion and mistake by pointing out to them as gently as possible that they are wrong, in general, you should avoid this as well, says Schopenhauer, because it is much easier than you think to give offense and much harder than you would wish to make up the offense once it's been given. So, in general, this is not correcting people's opinions and mistakes is not something that you should make a regular habit of. Schopenhauer goes on. If you feel irritated by the absurd remarks of 2 people whose conversation you happen to overhear, you should imagine that you are listening to the dialogue of 2 fools in a comedy. Probatum est. The man who comes into the world with the notion that he is really going to instruct it in matters of the highest importance may thank his stars if he escapes with a whole skin. That's the end of section 38. These latter 2 aphorisms inviting us to, as a survival technique, we might say, when you overhear 2 fools talking, imagine them quite literally as fools in a Shakespeare comedy, exchanging absurd remarks for your entertainment. There go those fools, you say to yourself, rather than becoming angry at their errors or their folly. And then lastly, just a reminder here that if moral improvers are going to be hated and killed by this world, you might think of Socrates in this regard. If you imagine that you are going to be the one who teaches the world the truth about matters of highest importance, you'll be lucky to live as long as Socrates did. You'll be lucky to reach age 70. This is not the way the world works. And I think what unites all of these 4 bits of advice in section 38 is that our social life together is not an arena where we should think of ourselves as pursuing or advancing truth. Rather, it is the kind of thing we have to tolerate and put up with. And that third piece of advice. Just when you encounter fools, say, well, there go those fools. Think of them as being characters in a stage play. Why? Because you can't improve them, you can't correct them. It is impossible to actually correct all of somebody's false opinions, and you're as likely as not to do damage to personal relationships that you depend upon by trying to correct even your closest friends. So it seems Schopenhauer here seems to advise a good deal of caution when we bring our truth-seeking and our sort of rationality-seeking into the public arena, into the social realm of speaking with others. We're unlikely to be successful, and we're much more likely to do harm. So a certain amount of caution is in order. So that's all of section 38. Section 39, the next section, has some interesting advice about how to be persuasive, and we'll look at that in the next video. Thanks for watching today. Goodbye.